Hi there, Sal from PureSkis.com, and I would like to take you through a very nice technique of replacing color in an image. I want to replace this deep red color with a different color, let's say a bright yellow or a bright blue. Anyway, a color which is brighter than the original one, and I want full control of the brightness. Now let's see how it's done. Step 1, you add a hue saturation adjustment layer. Take the saturation all the way down to -0. Add another adjustment layer, curves, and at this point you do nothing with it. This is going to be our brightness and contrast control of the final color. Next step, add a solid color layer. Now I'm going to choose a bright yellow. This of course covers the image with a flat color, so I'm going to change the blend mode in the layers panel from normal to color. Now you see the whole image is colored with yellow. Don't worry, it's going to change in a few moments. Select all the added layers and press Command G or Control G, Command G on a Macintosh, Control G on Windows, and put it in a group. Now we're going to hide the group we created and go back to the background layer. Now we need to create a selection of the red colors we want to replace. The first step before we select the colors, you take the eyedropper tool and change the sample size from point sample to 5x5 average. Now pick the quick selection tool, select the brush you need. I'm using the square brushes on the right hand side of the keyboard to make it a bit larger, and click and drag once, click and drag again. Then I keep on clicking and dragging in the red color areas I would like to colorize. Now don't bother being over accurate. This can be fixed in no time in the mask we're going to create in a moment. Now if we got a bit further where we don't want it to be, hold down the Alt key and subtract the unwanted areas, like here as well. Okay, add a bit here. That's good enough for me. Turn on the group, activate it by clicking beside its name, then add a layer mask. And there you go, only the red areas are colorized. As you can see, our mask is not accurate, so we're going to zoom in, take the brush tool, and with white as your foreground color, you add areas to the mask. Make the brush a bit larger. And now I'm using the easiest technique. Click on one place, hold down the Shift key, and click on another place. And Photoshop draws a straight line between the clicks. And I keep on holding the Shift key and clicking. And I continue doing this all around the mask till it's perfectly done. This takes a few minutes, nothing to worry about. Oops, I got it wrong. Click the X key, switch to black, and exclude the areas I don't want. X again, back to white, and I add more areas to the mask that will be colorized in my yellow. Once you've finished editing your mask, open the group, go to the curves layer, and in the curves properties, start controlling the color. I wanted this to be bright, so I'm taking the curve, dragging it upwards until I get the brightness I want. Make it a bit darker in the shadows. There you go. Now if you want to change the color to a different color, no problem. Simply double click the solid color layer icon, select any color you want, and if you want it to be darker, Go back to the curve layer, back to default, and make it darker. Add some contrast, and there you go. If you want to add some filters, let's zoom out a bit. If you want to add some filters, let's say make this image deeper or add some sharpness, go to the topmost layer, hold down the Alt key, go to Layer, Merge Visible, and there you go. You got a new layer. Now in the filter menu, convert it to a smart filter, click OK, and add the filters you want. I want to make this image look a bit deeper, so I'm going to Filter, Sharpen, Unsharp Mask, and I'm going to use 25 for the amount and 75 for the radius. See before and after. Put 3 in threshold, so make it a bit subtle. And there you go. To add some sharpness, again, Filter, Sharpen, Smart Sharpen. Remove lens blur is fine. Amount 120, radius 0.2. That's good enough for me. Now let's see before and after. Go to the history panel, add a snapshot, and see the original image versus our new image. Zoom in a bit. Again, the original and the final. Hope you find this information useful. Thank you very much. Bye bye.